Trade first subtraction is the traditional way or form of subtracting where we borrow or trade from the numbers that we need. If we look at our first problem, 725 minus 358, and I start in the ones place, I see that the 8 is larger than the 5, or the 5 is smaller than the 8, and I'm not really able to subtract, because if I have 5 marbles, how can I give someone 8? I need to go over and borrow from the tens place. I'm going to cross out the 2, which is worth 2 tens. I'm going to save 1 10, and I'm going to give the other 10 to the ones place, and now it becomes 15, because 1 10 and 5 ones is 15. 15 take away 8 is 7, and I write that down. Now if I look over in the tens place, I see I have 1 take away 5. Again, if I have 1 marble, I cannot give you 5. So I'm going to go over to the hundreds place, and I'm going to borrow one of those hundreds, and I'm going to give it to the tens. So now I have 11 tens, and I still have 6 hundreds. 11 minus 5, I'm going to end up with 6. And now I can do 6 minus 3 and end up with 3. So in the trade first or old traditional method, I end up with 367. If we move on to a couple other examples, write the problem down and do them along with me in your journal. I have 1. I can't take away 7, so I'm going to have to borrow from the 3. I'm going to cross out my 3 tens, which leaves me 2 because I'm going to give 1 to the ones. My 1 10 plus 1 1 makes 11. 11 minus 7 is 4. And now I have 2 minus 2 in the tens place. I end up with nothing. My answer is 4. Our next example, write it in your journal, is 115 minus 79. Again, I have 5. I can't give you 9 of something unless I borrow from the tens place. I'm going to take that 110 and bring it over here, and now I end up with none in the ones place. But I do 15 minus 9, and I get 6. Now I have a big problem. I have 0 to take away 7. But I have 1 left in the hundreds place, so I can take that 1 and bring it over here, which becomes my 1 that I borrowed. And this now becomes nothing. 10 take away 7 is 3. My answer is 36. If you need to rewind or stop the video, please do so. Otherwise, continue on with the quiz in your journal. Question 1. Using the trade first method of subtraction, I will think about place value and borrow from another place so that I can take away a smaller number from a larger number. A. Yes, this is true. B. No, this is not true. C. Yes, true, but only sometimes. Or D. I don't know. Question 2. Please compute or figure out this problem. Write it in your journal so that your teacher can see your work. 807 minus 634. I will need to A. Cross out the 0 and borrow from the 8. B. Cross out the 7 and borrow from the 0. C. I don't cross out anything. Or D. I cross out the 7, the 0, and the 8. Please remember to show your work. Question 3. Please write this problem in your journal, showing your work, and then write down the answer. 715 minus 569. A. I get 226. B. 116. C. 146. Or D. 136. And question 4. Again, please write the problem in your journal showing your work so that your teacher can see how you're figuring out 978 minus 249. You will get 720, 719, 1,227, or D, 729. When you are finished writing these answers in your journal, please rewatch the video if needed, check your answers, or click on the link that says Link to the Assessment near the video on our webpage, log in with your Google account and password, and click on the answers and the teacher and the survey at the bottom so that we can give you credit and know that you have done your homework using Trade First Subtraction.